Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is a little in-between video. It is the end of the year, so I thought it would be a good time to do a full 366-day flip through of my journal. I will still be doing a December planner update this Sunday because I have a lot of other journals to show, but this is just going to be dedicated to my Hobonichi Cousin. I used the Hobonichi Cousin avec this year, so that's why there are two different books, but for next year I'm going to just use the one book system. January 1st, 2024 started on a Monday, and that was the most satisfying thing ever. For some context, at the beginning of the year, I was also using the Take a Note planner as my journal, and I was more so using the Hobonichi Cousin as a to-do list and like brainstorming for the business and stuff like that. But then mid-year, I quit using the Take a Note and I moved all of my daily journaling into here. So that is why it is a lot more scattered looking than my spreads recently. So a lot of to-do lists, thumbnail sketches, reasons why my dad is awesome. Some book notes. Yeah, just a lot of notes about random things I read. Here I added a little tip in of my banana muffins recipe. Just a girl with many feelings but no healthy ways of coping. Hehe. I think that's still true. Reasons why Karen, my sister, is awesome. About this time, I got my 괘ᴏᴜᴜᴜ e-reader, which was very exciting. A lot of sketches. I didn't purposely try to fill out every page because not every day I'm gonna have ideas for the business, but I ended up having a lot of ideas anyways. I also included recipes here. I hadn't started my recipe journal at this point. As you can see, I was kind of writing my routines at the top, but it wasn't as defined as I do now. I think it's really interesting to see how I maintained a similar layout, but I just evolved the way I do things. Things I love: art, stationery, fitness, baking, cooking, reading, learning. And that is still true. I started watching a YouTube series about introduction to human behavior biology, and I thought the professor's beard looked amazing, so I had to make a doodle of that. Oof, this was not a good spread. Lots of empty pages. TheCoffeeMonsterzCO 8-year anniversary. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to spend too much time talking about every page. Oh yes, I often paste in notes from customers in here. And I filmed a floral doodle tutorial for YouTube. Anyways, I've talked about each spread in depth in all of my planner update videos, so I don't want to be repetitive. This was when I went to a local cafe and did some people watching. That was a fun day. As you can see, on some days I am just not in the mood to do a to-do list and all of that, so I just change things up. I think I've been able to stay relatively consistent with my journaling just by seeing how the day goes and not forcing myself to do something that I don't want to do. Oh, this was a really weird week. So usually in the weekly section, this is where I do my hourly schedule. And then for some reason this week, I decided to put my hourly schedule on the dailies and then put my to-do list in the weeklies over here. And as you can see, I did not care for this at all. So this only lasted 1 week, thankfully. But anyways, good to try something new so I know what doesn't work for me. I do see a lot of people actually using the daily timeline as their schedule, so that's why I wanted to try it out. But I think just for the work that I do, it doesn't really work. Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Bruh, I did not need to be called out like that. This was a really nice week. I did a series on YouTube showing how to do different doodles. As you can see, a lot of features of Lauren, who I had the pleasure of meeting this October, I believe. You'll see that in the later spreads. But yeah, we often send each other snacks and stuff. Gossiping about philosophy requires popcorn. I love the expressions of these emojis. I feel like I need to turn this into a sticker of some sort, but I don't know where you would use that. This was my very poor attempt at drawing Godzilla from memory. Sometimes I think I'm good at drawing, and other times I do things like this. Yo, Gert. Oh wait, I just completely missed it. When did I suppose on April 22nd. That is when I started having a routine section. And it has not stopped since then. This is still one of my favorite doodles of this year. It's so simple, but I think it looks very sweet. My top 6 Tombow colors. Oh, I tried doing some other form of writing in my routines, but that didn't last very long. Oh, this is one of my favorite memories of this year. I have always been the unathletic kid in elementary school and high school, and I always thought about the grouse grind as like some unattainable thing. But my friends and I decided to try it this year, and I think a lot of my running has paid off because I was able to finish it in less than an hour, which just blew my mind. It sounds really silly, but I was very proud of myself on this day. Oh yeah, this was part of my series. I was using like a single Tombow color and showing different doodles that you can do, which I think I've done 2 episodes of that, and I haven't continued. If you're interested in seeing more, let me know. I think the focus of this week was this green. Yeah. None of your business. Cute little dinos, kiwi, face boob. This was a doodle depicting my state at the beginning of my design session and the end of my design session. During the summer, I started a tradition with myself where every Wednesday I would order sushi, and that lasted for about a month. I should continue doing that. Oh, this is nice. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. I really like how I displayed the new tiny icons. And this was the last day of this book, June 30th. Then we have July. Oh yes, so June 30th was when I stopped using my Take a Note planner for my daily journaling and prompts. So here you can see that the prompts started in my Hobonichi Cousin again, and it honestly just felt so right. And I'm glad that I'm glad that I gave the Take a Note a chance, and I'm proud of myself for sticking with it for 6 months. But I'm also happy that I listened to my gut and decided to move everything back to the Hobonichi Cousin. I am whelmed. I'm stressed. I'm still stressed, even more stressed. Yeah, not every spread is like a 10 out of 10, as you can see. This one is very messy. Oh, this is another wonderful memory. This is when I first introduced the Robert Oster and the TheCoffeeMonsterzCO ink collaboration. More gifts from Lauren. I am very tired, still very tired. Another wonderful memory. This is when I went to New York for Stationery Fest. August 6th was my birthday, and I was so wrapped up in traveling that I just forgot it was my birthday. Lots of highs and lows during this week. As you can see, I had a lot to journal about, which is a good thing. This week was basically a catch-up week after New York. What happened here? That was whack. Number 1, 3 birds flew into me while I was running. Number 2, my toe is bleeding. Number 3, I wore my running belt upside down. Yeah, that only happens to people like me. This was the birthday party of my nephew. This was his first piece of art, and I was so proud. I'm sure he's gonna be an artist in the future. Good evening, good night. This is when I placed my Hobonichi order. So I made a little doodle. Another highlight, going to Wonder Pens. This is when I announced the workshop. And then, oh, I had a bad day, a different kind of low. Goal for today is just to make it through today, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this was not a good day. I really like these few spreads. This was a packaging that I saved from an order that I made from Cezanne, and I think it goes really well with the other stickers I had here. I think this is when I first got together with Carola, and we started kind of meeting up every month after that, just like talking about fountain pens, and it was so nice. This was me testing out her pens. And these few days I was really honing in on preparing for the Wonder Pens workshop. Some last minute packing, and then on this day I left for Toronto. Yeah, I think this was the first day I held the workshop, and I was very nervous, but it was lovely, and this is when I got to meet Lauren. And this is a note from Nicole Josephine. Oh, and Abby signed my planner as well. So nice meeting planner friends in real life. I love Subway. I don't know if there's anything else I can say about that. Anxiety conquered. Yes. I have always wanted to order stuff from the deli counter at the grocery store, and my friend really encouraged me to go up and order something, so I got some turkey. Okay, this is when, oh my gosh, this is when we got our new fancy trimming machine, which was wonderful for like 2 weeks, and then it broke, and we actually finally got a replacement just today. I haven't set it up yet, so fingers crossed it works out, because it has been causing me so much agony. Oh, really going through it. This is one of my favorite quotations of this year. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Which is gonna look different for everybody at every phase of life. This is when I got my sunlight alarm, and I've been using it since. I will say some of the effects have worn off. I think part of it was a novelty, but I'm still really enjoying it. I do wish they had better alarm sounds. Anyways, let's move on. Got some Halloween candy. I take Halloween candy very seriously. Like, I want to be the good house that gives out unique candies. So, yeah. Rotting in bed. Alright. Machine woes. That's where I was like starting to realize that this machine had bigger issues. This is when I thought the machine was fixed and I had hope for about an hour, and then it broke again the same night. Exhausted. This is when I got the keys to this new house that I am living in right now. My mom's birthday. I was in a lot of pain on this day. I don't quite remember why. It's funny how, like, in the moment things are just so unsolvable and hopeless, and then literally like a month later I don't even remember what happened. Oh, this was Black Friday weekend. I had a lot to say on this day, obviously. This is Cyber Monday, and one of the digitals for Cyber Monday was this like DIY dumpster pocket, so I had to stick it in here. I started decluttering for my move. Clean, clean, clean. Got a haircut on this day. Oh, I guess I'll be showing this in my December planner update as well. I will still show this, but maybe I won't talk too much about it. As you can see, lacking a lot of to-do lists. I didn't have Wi-Fi. So much to do, but no to-do list. All right. I guess I do want to say, I'll talk more about this again in my December planner update, but I bought a new pen. I know. I do not like myself at the moment, but this past week I have been just an emotional mess and making a lot of impulsive decisions, which I am not proud of, but I suppose I should share that I'm human as well, and I didn't make a good decision on this day. So I do have a new pen incoming. With that being said, I did sell off a few of my pens as well to make up for this fact. So anyways, that is the end of it. I hope this video wasn't too boring, and maybe it gives you a little bit more insight into like how my year goes as an overview, because on social media, like, I obviously post the best and most decorated and full spreads, but if you actually flip through, okay, these few days aren't a good example. I guess this is one example. If you actually look at every page in a flip through, not everything's gonna be fully decked out. And honestly, my biggest tip with consistency is to just move on. If you want me to make a video going more into depth about consistency and my tips for that, do let me know. But yeah, anyways, I hope you have a wonderful 2025 ahead, and I'm excited to... This is a terrible spread to open to. Let's do this one. I hope to make a lot more memories with all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye!